Now to our Sunday special. Hundreds of Nigerians die every year from mishaps while using river as a means of transportation. In this special report, senior reporter Lanre Adeyemi journeyed on River Gongola to bring us this report on water transportation's benefits, challenges, and risks.
Water is life. For thousands of years, humans have relied on water for food, security, hygiene, electricity, and transportation, amongst many other uses. In Nigeria, many rural dwellers build their lives around water. Rains and rivers determine when, where, and what crops they plant. The way they build their settlements, their hygiene, and transportation largely depends on water. To get a clear first-hand experience of river-based transportation to people living in Nigeria's northeast region, often considered as just a desert to outsiders, I journeyed to the banks of the Gongola River. It started with a car, then motorcycles, and later on foot. The voyage was difficult and treacherous, which only emphasizes the choice of rivers as the preferred means of transportation for these experienced rural dwellers. Gongola River originates from the eastern slopes of Jos Plateau in north-central Nigeria through Bauchi, Gombe, and Yobe states with several beautiful waterfalls, then briefly passes through Borno before re-entering Gombe to Adamawa, where it empties into River Benue. At Fikeye community, business is slow as it is not a market day. Yet, canoe operators were at the bank of the River Gongola hoping to do some business. For centuries, communities along this river have relied on it for transportation. This place may seem deserted, but it's a significant transportation hub. I'm standing in Bayo local government area of Borno State, and across the river there is Ro in Gulani local government area of Yobe State, and to my right is Dadinkowa in Gombe State. It's a triangle, but this kind of transportation hubs are significant because many of the food items that we consume in Nigeria are produced in farms in deep interior areas without proper road network. They need rivers and this transportation means to get their produce from the farms to the markets. Lawali Usman does not have a formal Western education, but he is well schooled in the way of water. He shares a glimpse of life at the edge of a river.
I've been doing this work for about 30 years now. This work is what gives me what to eat and drink. We see things on the job. Sometimes we come out to work and there's nothing to do. The wind and other things hinder us from doing work. It could really be difficult.
Despite often overloading their boats with bags of grains, motorcycles and passengers, these boat operators and their passengers are living on a knife's edge. Without adherence to any rules or safety precautions, they are just an incident away from a major disaster. Another operator explains that in almost 30 years of engaging in this business, he has never used a life jacket or met any government official educating them on the rules of water transportation. Though there have been no loss of lives around this axis in a long time, they have experienced several close calls.
If your vessel can take up to 50 people and it is windy, we would advise you to reduce the number to 30 people. We here at the river bank, this is where we get what to manage our homes. I have been working at this river bank for about 15 years and I am over 40 years old now.
We are looking for intervention from the government because of how the work by the water is. Safety here is no good, so we are urging the government to intervene and give us life jackets.
I went in search of the famous boat builder, referred to as Serikin Ruwa, meaning king of water. He does not have a boat under construction at the moment, blaming it on the high cost of timber, yet he explains the business of boat building and the dangers of cutting corners.
The smaller one is 150. The big one is about, according to one you want. Okay. Even there is 3,000, 300,000 or 250, 280, based on. Anything that you do, if you work it very well, you will save.
The National Inland Waterways Authority is responsible for approximately 10,000 kilometers of navigable waterways. It is also responsible for regulations and enforcing standards. The agency is meant to work with river basin authorities to promote commerce and ensure safety. Passengers and operators say they are not aware of their existence nor felt the agency's impact. Hundreds of lives are lost in boat mishaps each year. Only a few are documented.
We try to enlighten the water users and including the boat operators to always obey the rules of activities on the water. One of such is usage of life jacket, sand bucket, paddles, life buoys, and many more. Traveling not at night. No life jacket, no travel again. If you don't have the safety jacket, you are not expected to travel. And also we have our marshals, which have been recently inaugurated. So always monitor the activities of the boat operators at the loading bays. So they are always there to ensure that these rules are adhered to.
Back to the makeshift port to take a boat ride from Bayo local government area of Borno State to Gulani in Yobe State. Our bright orange life jackets looked strange to other passengers and boat operators. I insisted they try it on. Only one brave passenger and a middle-aged boat operator agreed. Others would not trust what they know nothing about. Though wearing a life jacket, I was scared as a narrow boat sailed on the wide, choppy river. A passenger reassured me that the boat was perfectly safe. Abdul Karim has used the river as a means of long-distance transportation more than roads.
Even during the insurgency, most of our people, they did not have access to follow them through because of the insurgency. It's even better and secure for you to take the boat to cross your state because it's more safer. If you follow the other route, anything can happen. So all this while we have been using this boat, we have been taking this route from Gombe. It will take you from Gulani to Gombe, to Bayo, to Koyakosar. If, as far as you are concerned, you are living in Gulani. If you want to leave Gulani in peace, it's better for you to follow this route. It will take you to wherever you want to go. I can't even count how many times that I use this boat to cross this river. Because I told you I'm farming in Gulani. So I must go to Gulani during the rain season more than like 5 times every year. That's only in rainy season. Apart from rainy season, we used to follow this road to Gulani because we don't have road access. We don't have anywhere to go than this place. So if we are using this place as our route, this is more safer and more closer to where we want to reach. Even after the harvesting, most people of this our town, you know, Ruhu town, many people, there is a lot of farmers. We are farming, we are fishing, we are doing everything. So after the farming, we use the boat to carry the goods, take it to market. If we want to buy some materials like the other things to use, we buy it from Gombe.
Fertilizer,
yeah,
chemicals.
fertilizer, chemicals, and the others, and the food stuff where we don't have it here. We bought it from Gombe and use the river boats and take it to our people. That make our life difficult. People are suffering because of poor road accessibility. They don't follow any routes. There was a time that I even come here, we even overload. Some people say that, hey, wait, we are going to drop. Some people reduce from the boat. And there was a time I was thinking that the boat was even break, man. As we just enter, thank God we are not in the middle of the river. We just onboard it, so the boat can break. So people have to reduce the goods. And you see this boat, you carry like bikes, maybe like 8 bikes. You carry like maybe 20 to 15 bags of rice or maize or sorghum, and you carry people more than 20.
On one boat?
On one boat.
8 bikes?
8 bikes.
Bags of food?
Bags of food.
20 people?
And 20 people in one boat. And this is the thing that I have always thinking about it, that maybe if I have somewhere to follow, I would have followed than this place.
So this life jackets, have you ever worn life jackets before?
No, I never. I did not even see any person with life jacket in this place, Madani.
So
it's only you people.
So in over 10 years, you have never seen anybody?
Over 10 years, I have never seen anybody with life jacket here.
Water transportation has been in existence for centuries, but it's far more significant in a place like Nigeria, where many of the food items that we consume are from these communities that do not have appropriate road network, but rely on these means of transportation to move their produce from their interior communities to the major markets and towns. These operators and their passenger do not know the rules of water transportation, and they do not have access to protective gear such as this life jacket. It's important that the government at all levels get involved in educating these people about the rules of water transportation, and also providing essential life-saving jackets such as this to preserve both our food security and the lives of the people. From the border of Gombe, Yobe and Borno State, Lanre Adeyemi, TVC News.
At a time when boat accidents have become frequent, it is imperative to sensitize both operators and passengers on best practices to ensure safety on the waterways. That is TVC News at 10, this edition which featured our Sunday special. We thank you very much for spending your evening with us. For more on the stories we're monitoring, please visit our website, www.tvcnews.tv. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X at TVC News NG.